everyone, welcome back. It's Moa, aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and today we're here with the Glenlivet. Is this the first Glenlivet I'm reviewing? I think so. I'm starting to kind of lose track of all the ones, but it's this new one, the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. So of course, first of all, thank you to Instinct PR and Glenlivet for sending me this bottle. I'm very curious to try it. I haven't reviewed so many Glenlivets here, and it's quite a surprise because it's such a big one, of course. I don't actually know how big it is nowadays, but I know that in the 1950s it accounted for over half of the Scotch whiskey sold in the US. So that's quite incredible. They're very popular nowadays, of course, up there with Glenfiddich and Macallan, the kind of big boys. But Glenlivet is a whiskey distillery from Speyside. It was established in 1824, and I've actually been to the distillery. I had a really nice tour, and they have quite a stunning still room. I'll see if I can put some photos up here somewhere. And yeah, kind of one of those traditional Speyside whiskies that a lot of people tend to like. So it will be very interesting to try this one. So it's at 40%. I believe it retails at around £39, and what else? What have I forgotten? Oh, the most important thing. It's been finished in Caribbean rum casks. So yeah, let's have a look on the nose. It's like a sweet earthiness. It's always intriguing when you've just opened a bottle to see what it's like, which is why I'm thinking in the future I'll also try and redo some of the reviews just to see how my palate changes and how the whiskey's changed when it's been sitting in the bottle. Of course, all my reviews are just my opinion and my experience right now, depending on, I might have had a really awful morning, I might have a really awful evening, you never know. So whiskey always changes, which is quite fun. But let's focus on the whiskey. Definitely like an earthy, almost like a murky tone, and then the sweetness is quite oaky, I would say. It's like a murky oakiness. You know, if you're walking in the forest and you see one of those kind of trees that have fallen down and it's quite murky, and as soon as you touch it you can kind of crumble the oak? That kind of murkiness, but wet murkiness, like moss as well. So sweet. I wouldn't say you immediately get like the typical general rum sensation that I think a lot of people think of when they think rum. There's definitely a sweetness there which I could see comes from the rum casks. A bit floral. It has that murky earthiness, woodiness and floral, and then that a clean sweet note. And when I say clean, I mean like when you use, I don't know this word in English either, but like when you use different stuff to like clean your house and it can smell clean, that note was that kind of clean sensation, but if that was something sweet. And then almost a bit like, if that is called detergent, I don't know, but that washing up thingy, the clean spray or whatever, had an orange tone as well. I'm getting more like a floral orange note now, and the murkiness kind of disappearing a little bit, so I wonder if it's just that kind of first hit of the whiskey. They're more orangey, but let's have a taste. Sláinte Skål. Quite smooth, but still a little bit of spice, like a clove, like a bitter clove spice. It had like more of a bitter tone than I was expecting, so it's like a little bit mossy on the palate still, and a little bit bitter, like a very clean bitter note. Let's have another sip, we'll see. It's still quite floral. Floral and then that bitterness. I wouldn't say I get overwhelmingly a lot of those rum notes, but it's a Caribbean rum, so of course you don't really know what rum type it is. But still that kind of orangey note. Maybe it's like bitter oranges. And then that mossy note. I think the bitterness makes it feel a little bit more robust, and the bitterness is not necessarily bad. It was just a little bit more than I was expecting, because for me Glenlivet's usually this whiskey that's quite crisp and fresh and fruity. And one of my favourite Glenlivets must be the First Fill Nadura. The First Fill Nadura. Is that what it's called? Yeah, so it's First Fill American ex-bourbon casks, and it's the cask strength expression of the Nadura range. Just got a bit confused there. Yeah, like oranges and floral notes on the nose now. Almost a bit like orange, can't speak, orange chocolate, almost, but floral. Like rose orange chocolate. The bitterness is all more there on the finish, and initially you get this kind of quite fresh orange tone, but it's like a floral, I can't speak today, I'm sorry, floral orange. This will definitely be one that will be interesting to come back to, because I've never had this before, and of course I might try and get my hands on one of the other Glenlivets so we can compare it. I would of course love to hear your thoughts. Do you like Glenlivet? What's your favourite Glenlivet? Do you also like the First Fill Nadura, or do you perhaps like another one of their whiskies more? Please put your thoughts in the comment section here below. And of course, if you like what I'm doing here on YouTube and my other social channels, I'd be absolutely over the moon if you consider using my affiliate links the next time you're shopping with either Master Malt or the Whisky Exchange or the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. All the information can of course be found here in the description below, as well as links to my other platforms, my website, my Instagram, my Teespring shop and my Patreon if you're curious about that. As always, a massive thank you to my wonderful supporters on Patreon. I'm so grateful you want to continue to support me on my whiskey journey. I hope you've all had an absolutely wonderful day. Sláinte Skål.